The former leader of UKIP, Nigel Farage, just now a humble MEP.
Quite.
Now, what about this British bill, as some people are calling it? You want Britain out of the European Union. Is it worth paying a healthy price for it?
Well, let's have a little think about this. It's now 9 months since we voted Brexit. Let's assume that we do trigger Article 50 before the end of this month, and there's then a 2-year period. We will have paid in net, from the day we voted Brexit to the day we leave, nearly £30 billion. I reckon that's quite enough.
What about your pension and indeed your salary at the moment, which is coming out of European coffers at the moment? Going forward, we should take up, as the UK, your pension liability.
Well, there are going to be pension liabilities. There are going to be some ongoing costs. But let me tell you, we may be talking about £3 or £4 billion going on for the next few decades.
The figure's been quoted, 60 billion euros.
Yeah, just laughable, absolutely laughable. And I think what the Prime Minister needs to do is to tell them to whistle for it. It's ridiculous. We will, as I say, have paid in 30 billion net from the date of the Brexit referendum.
No, but we're still members at the moment, so that's really just a membership fee.
But it's still a lot of money, isn't it?
Yeah, but what we're talking about is what we will be liable for when we leave.
There will be some liabilities going on, but they are tiny. They are a mere fraction of what's being suggested.
You don't feel that there are some programmes that we've embarked on with the European Union that will be going forward, that there will be benefits from them?
Yeah, but they've got 2 years and 9 months to work that out. They've got 2 years and 9 months to know that the British money is going to stop, and when you're running a business or a family budget, circumstances change.
If there isn't an agreement on money, then it's pretty clear there won't be an agreement on anything else. Would that bother you?
Do you know, the one thing I've always been struck by is that no deal. The Brits say goodbye and walk away. That no deal, and that's, by the way, not desirable, but no deal is better than the deal we currently have. Right now, we're paying a net £10 billion plus every year to be in this club. We're having every aspect of our business micro-regulated from Brussels. We're prohibited from signing free trade deals with America or anybody else. No deal is better than where we are now. But I do think, actually, we're hearing some common sense. We're getting it from German car manufacturers. We're getting it from Belgian chocolate producers. A lot of people in Europe are now saying, cripes, this could be really bad for the economy. Not the British economy, but our economy. No, so I'm not actually that pessimistic.
Yeah, I mean, nonetheless, your Brexit campaign, as opposed to the other Brexit campaign, you did not endorse this possibility that there'd be £350 million a week coming back to the NHS. You don't think that's going to happen?
Well, that was a mistaken figure. If they'd used the figure 200 million a week, it would have been unarguable, and that was a mistake. But you know what? That was a tiddly mistake compared to the things that were said on the other side of the argument, namely that we'd fall off a cliff, that the house prices would collapse. The truth is, 9 months on from Brexit, the British economy is in a lot better shape than the Eurozone.
Debating now over the next few weeks when the Prime Minister should actually start this process. We've got the celebration of the Treaty of Rome for the rest of the European Union on the 25th. When do you think she should time it?
Well, frankly, the answer to that's last July. Had Article 50 been triggered quickly, there would have been no High Court case, there would have been no rejection in the House of Lords. We would now be well on our way. So I'm frustrated with the indecision of the Prime Minister over all of this. All I can say is the sooner the better.
Someone told me you've had a meeting with Julian Assange. Is this true? I
was photographed coming out of a building in which the Ecuadorian embassy exists, but I keep all my meetings very private.
I mean, did you see Mr. Assange?
I keep all my meetings very private.
Well, do you have an interest in other Ecuadorian affairs?
Not normally.
Yeah. What do you think, though, of the link between Julian Assange and what appears to be Russian sources to try and disrupt Western politics?
Well, I think there is a general worry that government, or the deep state, as it's now being called, has got just way, way too big. And I wouldn't necessarily approve.
Well, the deep Russian state.
Well, the deep American state, and who knows, in our country too. I mean, I don't support everything Assange has done, but I think there is a genuine concern about the extent to which government is able to interfere in our lives.
What about the extent to which Russia can interfere in American elections or French elections?
Do you know something? I hear the Democrats saying, isn't it awful the Russians try to interfere? How many foreign elections have the Americans interfered in since 1945? The truth is, big governments, big countries are interfering in each other's elections all the time.
But it's pretty extraordinary when your friend Donald Trump during the election campaign says, wouldn't it be nice if the Russians hacked into Hillary Clinton's emails?
Well, I think the great thing about Trump as was said during the campaign, is you mustn't take everything he says literally, but do take him seriously.
Should we take literally his claim that Trump Tower was tapped on the orders of Barack Obama?
Well, I can't believe he would have made that comment without some basis.
You know the man.
I do, and he's pretty out there.
We shouldn't take what he said at face value.
But we shouldn't take everything literally that he says. He must have some reason for believing it.
Nigel Farage, thank you very much indeed for joining us.